welcome back to the channel. Forgive me for my kind of fun intro. I was really excited to get this product and I wanted to try something different for this, and I'm having a lot of fun filming some things in the fish room. But guys, we are finally taking a look at the new Ziss Brine Shrimp Hatchery, or I think it's fully known as the Ziss, what is it? ZH2000 Artemia blender. So this is a 2-liter hatchery, and I'm sorry, but like, I'm just gonna stick with the Ziss Brine Shrimp Hatchery, or as Randy from Aquarium Co-Op likes to say, the best brine shrimp hatcher out there. Thanks, Randy, for this personal note. So again, I did purchase this from Aquarium Co-Op. I will be leaving links down in the description below. That way you can purchase your own brine shrimp hatchery. Now, this is something I've been actually considering. I considered buying this a few months ago until I saw that Randy, Dean, and Corey were testing them, and I think we mainly saw this in Randy's fish room tour, which I can leave links to those in the cards in the corner. And after that, I was gonna wait, right? Because I know that as soon as Corey gets his hands on a product, he's going to do something different with it. So here it is, it's finally here, and the fun intro, we definitely showed you probably the easiest way to mount this. Now, I can't take credit for this. I initially heard about the idea of mounting this with a piece of PVC pipe in one of Corey's latest live streams. I will leave a link to that as well. I'm not gonna have it in this. I'll try and find a timestamp, but somebody made a comment about using PVC pipe to hang this, because I know that like Randy and Corey have done some things. I think Dean, for sure Randy, have done some holders and some hangers using 2x4, which is would be relatively simple and very cheap. But you can go to Home Depot and buy like a 1 foot or a 2 foot piece of 1-inch PVC pipe for $2. So like, this literally cost me pennies to make. We did use that step drill bit just to drill a big enough hole so we can get a screw through there. But like, look how easy this is, right? The handle fits perfectly in 1-inch PVC pipe. Just sits there nice and snug. Now, I did hit a stud, so when this is full of 2 liters of water, I have no concern that that's gonna hold the weight. So I am in absolute love with this already. Now the stand, let me dig it out here. So it did come with its own stand, but to be honest, it's garbage. Like, you can literally get rid of this, and if my family wasn't sleeping right now, I would just throw this across the room. The way this would set up is this would sit down here on the bottom, but you'll see, because Corey explained this, but you'll see why this is garbage. Now, I guess if you had a smaller area to work with, you could utilize this, but the issue is you can't get your hand underneath this to open the valve to release your brine shrimp. So I guess you could use this to hatch it, lift it up with the handle and open it, but it's just, if you have an ability to hang this, like laundry room, bathroom, garage even, like somewhere out of the way that's not gonna bother people, like if you're keeping a couple fish tanks in your living room, you know, hang this in your bathroom, hang this in your laundry room, hatch your brine shrimp, no one's gonna know the wiser. So the hanging option is by far the best. Now check this out, and here's why that stand sucks. So Ziss includes this, what is this, a valve, a checker, I don't even know what to call this thing, a stopper. But what's nice though is it has 3, oh come on focus, it has 3 rubber gaskets on this. So this is truly gonna lock up in the bottom portion of this. So this is gonna screw right up here into the bottom, and that is gonna securely keep your water in this, your brine shrimp in this. Now here is the genius aspect of this hatcher. Let me lower this down just a hair so you can see what I'm talking about. When you're ready to harvest your brine shrimp, there's a spout right here on the end of this, a little spigot. All you have to do is to start opening this valve, and because of that triple O-ring in there. Even when you open this enough to release your brine shrimp, drain your brine shrimp, you're not gonna leak out of the bottom of this. Now what we're gonna do is, like, you could use something like my handy dandy Superman mug here. You could drain your brine shrimp into here and then take them over and separate it. Now I do want to do a separate video on actually setting this up with brine shrimp, hatching the brine shrimp, so you know how to separate the brine shrimp, feed the brine shrimp. Tonight's video, we're just gonna focus on the holiness of this brine shrimp hatcher. It is amazing. So, comes with the lid, and it is vented here at the top. Now, Guppy Guru has done a review on this, so that's what I forgot to say. I'm sorry. So, Guppy Guru, Peter's the actually other one that has shown a simple PVC pipe hanger. So I will leave a link to his video in the corner. You can check that out. So again, he shows how to do this. I did this, and I'm freaking, forgot to screw that back on. I'm in love with this. All right, so back to the hatcher. Let me grab some parts here. So what's nice is that it is literally, everything is included you need to get started with this, down to the air valve. So I'm very fortunate of my airline runs right above this, so I'm gonna tap into that to get the air moving for this. Another option would be the USB Nano Air Pump that Aquarium Co-Op sells. I will leave a link down in the description below to that. Highly recommend that. And you could put like another screw right here, hang that air pump, and you have an entire complete setup that can go anywhere. You could even get down to this of, let's say you needed to hang this somewhere, didn't have a plug, get a phone charger, right? Hatch your brine shrimp, unplug it, go plug it. You can get creative with this. So they include a thermometer if you want to keep track of the temperature of your brine shrimp. There is a slot right up here up top that will slide down into, and now you're checking the temperature of your water. I'm not concerned about this because I am now heating my fish room, so I'm not concerned at all about that aspect, but if you are, you have that option. Now, here's an improvement that Aquarium Co-Op did make, and this is why I waited for this, because I knew Corey was going to come up with something genius. So on top of this lid, there's a spot right here that you can attach Airline to. Now, if you have not used the new Aquarium Co-Op Airline, best airline I've ever used, I will be doing a review on that. So you can attach your airline right here to the top, but now you need to get something down to the bottom of this. So I have the parts to do a DIY version of this, which I want to. I actually tracked down the exact bottle Dean's using, but another video, another time. So the original brine shrimp hatcher did come with this piece of rigid airline tubing. The issue is, though, it was not long enough to reach down to the bottom of this. Because as you pump air into this, it's gonna circulate the eggs in here, and you want that motion for them to hatch properly. If you get your airline, you know, only halfway down this and not quite to the bottom, you're not gonna get as good circulation. It's also gonna be mixing the salt in here, so there's better mixing overall. Now, Aquarium Co-Op did extend this and included a Ziss Air Stone for this. So what that's gonna do is when you put this in, I gotta tighten mine up a little bit because you can snug this up enough where the lid will shut securely. Sorry, bringing it back down again, hang on. All right. You see how this air stone sits right down at the bottom of this hatcher? That means you are gonna get air coming down to the complete bottom and completely circulating this entire thing. Now take note of the design of this, take note of the shape of this, take note of the curve of this. This is going to allow those brine shrimp to circulate through this without hitting any of the sides, getting stuck to the sides. You know, if you do a DIY version with a rigid bottle, like a rigid bottle, your eggs aren't gonna hatch properly. This has a complete design feature for this, and the construction is incredible. The absolute construction of this product is fantastic. Now, you can make a DIY version, you could drop that bottle, it's not gonna break, but like, let's say, I mean, this would absolutely suck. You take this off the wall, you're gonna go rinse it out, trip, oops. You're gonna spill brine shrimp everywhere, but guess what? Your hatcher is gonna stay intact. So, quality is excellent. I am very excited to get this up and running, especially now that we have the fish room going. And at the time of making this video, my swordtails just dropped some fry. So I need to get some brine shrimp hatching ASAP, get this thing going, but that will be another video. Today, I just wanted to focus in on the overall construction and how to set this hatcher up. And then the next video we're gonna do on this is we are actually going to show you, eggs to use, how you're gonna add the eggs, salt to use, baking soda, all the steps to hatch brine shrimp. But kind of a teaser because I want people to be excited about this hatcher. I really do want people to be excited about this hatcher because this is an incredible product that Corey brought in. So thank you, Aquarium Co-op. This video was not sponsored. I did pay for this, but I will say that Corey definitely is sponsoring me in a way because he is the one that sent me that linear piston air pump to run my fish room, which is now gonna run this new Ziss hatcher. Oh man, match made in heaven. So again though, if you need a single air pump to run this, check out the USB Nano Air Pumps. This will run it very effectively and very efficiently. So guys, if you are interested in seeing more of this hatcher and how we're gonna utilize this in the fish room, hit the subscribe button, turn those post notifications on, leave me a thumbs up, and give me a comment. Have you used one of these before? Are you excited for this hatcher? Do you prefer the DIY version? So, a lot of things coming up. You're a true fish nerd and you have the passion. Like, I'm so excited to start breeding fish using the new Ziss hatcher.